Yo, check this out, guys. So I came over here to the AquaTerrarium, right? And I looked down in the water, and I thought I was seeing little bugs jumping around down here. And I looked a little bit closer, and you can barely see them. We'll try and get some overlay footage here that's a little better. But we have baby fish in here. And this is crazy because that was literally the last thing that I thought would happen in here. Pardon the reflection, but you might remember that we put in only 3 of the golden white cloud minnows from the outside pond. And they're smaller fish, they're younger fish. They were the babies that hatched sometime in the winter. And unfortunately, we were only able to get 3 because I think Chris ate some of them, okay? And so, I mean, they probably just hatched, like, I don't know, yesterday, today, I have no idea. So this is just awesome that we got some breeding to take place in here, and now we're gonna have hopefully a bunch of actual baby minnows in this thing. Now, we don't know what's gonna happen to these little guys. I have no idea how the adults are going to, you know, are they gonna eat these? I don't know. I haven't really witnessed this firsthand like this before, so this is really, really exciting. I'm excited to take you guys on the journey of seeing if we can keep some of these baby fish and watch them grow up in here. Alright, so it's been about a week since we first noticed the fish guys, and I don't know if it's just me, but they look a heck of a lot bigger than they did when we first initially saw them. It's hard for you guys to see, but I can totally see their blue eyes starting to show through, and they're super easy for me to see. The camera just doesn't do it justice, but they're really starting to take shape here. There's a couple in here that are bigger than a lot of the other ones, and the other day I did a count and I got roughly 30, so I feel like that's a pretty good yield. Still, I have no idea, you know, how many of them didn't make it up to this point. I don't know how many have maybe been eaten by the parents, definitely a possibility, but I'm comfortable with the amount that we have in here, and I think that hopefully this number is gonna stay. I've been feeding them just this really powdered fry food. We'll dump some in. Some of the bigger clumps stay together, but let's get down here and let's check out. You see how fine that stuff is. Sorry for the reflections again. It's just impossible. The bigger clumps, I think the parents eventually eat. We do feed them a different food, but it just sort of blankets the entire top of the water, and as it sinks, that's when they really start to take notice of it. It's really hard not to disturb them with the camera pressed right up against the glass, guys, but let's pan across here, and let's see if any of them are eating them. There's a couple up there starting to take some bites. But like I said, as it sinks, then they all start to get some. So they're getting food. You know, I think they're happy, and we're gonna keep them here in this tank for a while. I don't see any reason why we can't let them grow out in here, and when they get to a certain size, then we have another plan for them. So we'll keep some of them in here, though. I do want to have a decent little population here, and now that I know that they breed in here, they obviously like it, and we want that to continue to happen. We need more of these white cloud minnows to put back into the pond. They're like the best pond fish ever. You can see them really easily from the top of the water. That's one of the reasons why I think they're probably one of the best fish to keep in any kind of pond, a small one, a big one, whatever. So we're just going to continue to treat this as a golden white cloud minnow nursery. The AquaTerrarium has been a pretty fun thing for me. I really like the spider web that we have in here. It's gotten pretty big. I don't know where the spider is. He's just a little guy, so I don't mind. I'd leave him. There's like a random weed here growing up, starting to hide my velociraptor in the back there. All the ferns are doing really good. Some of the moss isn't doing too great. Like, this stuff was all green when we started. The stuff in the back too as well. So the moss has been kind of hit or miss, but the main areas where it is, it looks pretty good. I want to say like a month ago, we added some aquatic moss to this log right here. That's the main green that you see. The moss that was there ended up turning yellow and dying off just like this. We actually added some more over here too, and it just took a while to really get a good footing, and I really love the way that this looks. So I think what we're going to do is go and get some more moss, put it in here on some of the logs and other areas where it stays wet, and that way we can kind of green this thing up a bit. We just have to be patient. Again, this took like a month to look good, and so we can do that. We can hang in there for the sake of this thing being a little bit more green. Lucky for me, I have a ton of this peacock moss filling up the old Avatar tank. This thing, it needs to get a fresh redo, or I mean maybe just that, maybe a total rescape or redo of this aquarium. I don't know, but I do know we're gonna grab some moss.
ended up covering a few more areas in here, guys. I mean, it's not perfect. We couldn't really put anything here on this log, even though I really wanted to. It's just, it doesn't get enough water. And then up here, it's kind of hard to see in the shadow, but I removed some stuff and added some new moss, and we'll just see how it goes. I definitely want to go hit the forest here again pretty soon and get some more of the terrestrial moss and just give it another try, but we'll save that for another day. I think that's pretty much all we're going to do today, guys. I just wanted to show you the baby fish and let you know how excited I was to see these guys around in here. And don't forget to hit the like button if you like baby fish. I appreciate it a lot, and yeah, we'll see you in the next one, guys.